I hadn't spoken to Kathy for a long while. She said, "You've got to come down. We need to campaign to keep this library up. They're going to close the libraries."
We stood up and spoke for the community.
Every single meeting, something else was put in our way, but we did it.
The first time we opened up, that was a scary thing, but when we did get the keys, you know, for the very first time.
For the full day.
You know, and we had to open the shutters and we, you know, turn alarms off and all this type of thing. Thinking, gosh, it was amazing. There was so much to do, sorting it out, cleaning it up, but the community came together. We thought we were saving a library. In fact, it's become much more.
The atmosphere in here is absolutely lovely. Everybody gets on. The community, you know, they're so glad that we kept it open.
It's fine itself.
How do you see that?
That is a little bit, it's still tight.
It's there for all ages and all languages. We are a very diverse population around here, and we want to reflect that in this library.
How is it doing? We fought to keep it open because they were going to turn it back into a retail shop. It was a co-op before it became a library. They were going to turn it back into either a pound shop or, No disrespect to pound shops, mind you, I love them.
Lots of the community weren't aware of these closures. We then started the petition. So our campaign for this area grew and grew and grew.
There were decisions being made and New Cross would be closed. Well, you could say we were outraged and really not prepared to allow it to happen.
So this is our reception desk. So this is really, sorry darling, this is where the public come in, and so
it probably looked like a couple of mamby-pamby mums with nothing else better to do than open up a library and haven't got a clue, which, in all honesty, we didn't have. But we're quick learners, and we actually got started just by persistence.
We've got many roles in this library, from toilet cleaning to shelving to organising workshops.
Participating in workshops.
Yeah, we also participate and coming up with lots of different ideas.
We'll get there very soon.
Something that's really developed is the baby bounce.
2, 1.
When we took it over, I think we had 5 little children.
I brought with me my 2 children, a little baby that's called Henry, who is only 3 weeks, so I have to take him out. Playing and getting to know the local community is very important. And as a mother, you know, you feel sometimes isolated, but when you have these kind of people around it, it helps a lot.
11 days old. It's his first baby bounce. He was singing to the song. I think we could start a creche. Jill, should we start a creche? We live in this community, so we know the people by their first names. Yeah, I do. Right. And I like the wind the bobbin up.
Yeah. If you've got to do something like baby bounce, the volunteers are incredibly important. Without them, we couldn't open up.
I was looking for work at the time, and I just wanted to do something rather than sitting at home looking for work. Originally, I come 3 days a week, but now that I'm working, I just come after work a couple of days a week. I volunteered to do a lot of admin work, so I could brush up on those skills to look for kind of administration work, and then I got a job as an office manager. So I used to be a chemical analyst. I chose then to just change my career for a while. People come here to meet. We'd often have older people or people who live by themselves coming in just for, a chat or to read the newspaper, get in out of the cold. I learnt my community. That's nice to be recognised, I guess.
One of our volunteers likes political books, so here we have a section that he likes to call Books to Change the World With. Al-Qaeda, I mean, you know, it's been out quite a few times once. Well, I haven't read Alan Titchmarsh. Can't think why.
Surely that's not in with Books to Change the World.
We have probably about 20 active volunteers in here each week. And it's a wonderful thing that volunteers with no confidence come into a situation and find their feet. And this could be after months or years. They're suddenly feeling that they can participate in society again.
Many more.
Here it is a stress-free environment, friendly, and every volunteer is doing what they can do. Everyone is contributing as much as possible from their ability.
What's that for? Put it on. Oh, yeah.
I cannot stay at home because I will fall into depression, but I cannot go into a full-time job because it's too stressful for me. The library becomes not a place where you can go and take books. It becomes like glue, which glues our community.
Too much. Just hold it. It's very light. And take from this side, yes. Find this one, yes.
Okay? Excellent. And then you're silent. And then I'll tell you what the instruction is. One, you listen to me. And the second thing is, you listen to me.
I've known Jill many years because of where we both lived. You come in from the same page. We were both passionate about saving libraries. Neither of us intended to be running a library, but, you know, that's just what happened. And so I think we complement each other.
What have I learnt about Kathy? She is incredibly bossy. I think we likened ourselves to dogs once. And I came across as the sort of the bounding golden retriever. And she's like the little Jack Russell because she doesn't let go of things, and it's good.
Jill will say that I delegate everything. Well, I do. I'm good at finding the right jobs for people. Jill says that I'm bossy, but actually Jill's bossy.
I don't remember. Number 4 here. And number 5, lily making.
Right, now we're going to the basement.
This side is Lewisham's Local History Society. Artefacts that people have donated to the borough. These are old typewriters, LPs.
And then we've got lots more books here.
Oh, and then we've got this.
The coffee.
These are old television sets. This is an electric stove.
I feel disrespectful.
Down the mouth. Just your sort of thing, Kath. Look.
From the workhouse in Brockley.
Don't worry, nothing's going to pop out. Oh, this is the military box, obviously. 100% Victorian clothing.
And I love this. One of the buildings in Lewisham that no longer exists. It's amazing. It smells very foresty.
Yeah.
And you have to go right back here to turn the lights off. And I just... Jill, wait for me! Don't go anywhere. The council actually wanted to get rid of all this and shove it all in a unit. I personally wouldn't want it to go out. So at least while it's here, it's safe and it's preserved.
There's not a lot more to see now.
I worked as a postman for 3 years, and then because I'm unemployed at the moment, so I've got the time to do some volunteering. I only wanted to come in here and do some IT stuff, help, repairing the computers. But then I've ended up sorting, shelving, serving customers on the front desk. So there's a bit of everything, really. There's a brand new library in Deptford, but that's twice as far away. And I've been using this library for over 20 years now. So I think it's important to have a local library.
We're going for charity status in this year. Once we have that, we can go for the really big trust money. We've got at least sort of 2 to 3 years. We don't know after that. We need to have the rent paid, we need to have utilities paid. These are all things that very shortly we have to be responsible for.
Every time a library closes, and even if it's taken over by volunteers, there's a few professional jobs that are gone. So much so that I don't really know anybody in my sort of generation of graduates who graduated in library studies who would say that public libraries are what they want to work in, just because it's not really an option. But I think it's a real shame because it's really good fun, and if only I could get paid to work here, I would do it all the time.
Some people would still want the council to be running it because they think they'd be getting a qualified librarian. The people that actually use the library prefer it as it is. We get to know them, so we always make time for people if they've got problems. We can help them more.
This library, along with many others, now show that a library can have a different role. We're never going to go back to a small local library being run by a librarian. But one thing we have never ever tried to portray here is a model for other councils to look to.
Libraries probably one of the most important institutions we have. The sharing of knowledge is a good thing for society. So we ask people to nominate people that do really good in their communities that might not necessarily get the notice that they deserve. Like Kathy and Jill here, who's doing something for the community via the library, and we award them £500.
Oh, that's
Job done.
Let's have a look. Let's just have a look at one of your pictures.
£5.
Yeah, okay. I'll give you a badge. I think this library is here to stay. It's already got followers, got more users, and I kind of think this space could be used so much more than what it already is for the good of the community.
3, 2, 1. Mary Mac's mother's making Mary Mac, marry me, and my mother's making me marry.
It would be really good if this place could keep going and that, you know, other people could take ownership of it, even without our presence.
Have I got a favourite book? Oh my gosh.
It's got to be Clive Barker, Cabal.
Admitting to my last book.
In M. Banks' science fiction, it's called Matter.
He's just a normal guy, accused of murders and that, you know, that he didn't commit.
I'm not very good at answering favourite books.
You call them space opera.
There's people following him.
Andrea Camerani, he's best known for his detective Montalbano.
He ends up in a cemetery.
You've got a guess.
Stop blushing.
I'm not blushing.
Got brought back to life.
It's about when the missionaries got into Africa and they started to interfere with the people's way of life.
I think all middle-aged women absolutely love this bald-headed...
Things just began then to break down.
Italian.
A fictional historical novel about Stalin.
Bandy.
And Stalin's possible secret daughter.
Detective from Sicily.
But he ends up getting bitten by this creature.
So their lifestyle began to change.
It's an underworld.
Well, I think it's got quite an interesting story. Take out of it what you like.
Half human, half beast.
So he's going to concentrate on reading some knitting books and getting some techniques going.
Yeah, and he saves them, and he becomes a hero at the end, and his girlfriend becomes half human and half beast.
Nice. Did you read that here? Did you get that from here?
No.